Hello everyone, welcome to Life Coach Lessons. Today I will be giving you tips on living successful and purposeful lives in only 3 to 5 minutes. I'm Scott Miller, a certified retirement life coach from Hixon Zuercher Capital Management. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to episode number 36 of Life Coach Lessons. We're in the month of January and we're dealing with your questions about mental health. Today we have a really big topic, and I won't do sufficient in the amount of time that I have, but I just want to cover it very briefly. But the question that we're going to deal with today is, how do I manage anxiety and or depression? If you read newspapers or read the news or watch the news a lot, you know when it comes to mental health that anxiety and depression are on the rise in our society. So let me talk a little bit about the differences or really the similarities between those. Anxiety and depression a lot of times go together. A lot of times it's hard to distinguish between is it anxiety or depression. So let me give you just a couple of little definitions about each one of them. A good way to think about this is depression is usually life slowing down. Anxiety is life speeding up. Okay? So depression typically affects how we feel and act. The emotions that we usually get accompanied with that is sadness. That's probably the biggest one. Hopelessness. There's a reduced energy, a loss of interest in things that you normally would have enjoyed. Your eating and sleeping habits a lot of times are more or less. They're kind of out of balance. And then you just really have a trouble thinking and concentrating and getting anything done within your day. So life just kind of really slows down. Anxiety is really the opposite of that. And a lot of times in our lives, it starts with anxiety, and then anxiety can lead to depression. And anxiety is where life speeds up. It's really worry and fear are the two big emotions that we associate with anxiety. And it's worry and fear that's out of control. A lot of times it's related to maybe a present event that we're in right at the moment or a future event that's coming up. And the symptoms that we typically get with this is rapid breathing, maybe elevated heart rate, sweating, dizziness. Life just kind of speeds up. Our body is going a mile a minute. So that's kind of the difference between both of those. And what I'd like to finish this out now is just really 3 modes of treatment that you can seek really to help and manage anxiety and or depression. Number 1, and I think the most important, is talk to someone. You know, a lot of times we just try to hide our symptoms. We try to hide what we're going through. We just don't talk to anybody about it. The best thing that you can do if you're going through anxiety or depression is to talk to someone. And that can be a friend, a pastor, a counselor, a trained professional, any of those. Really, you just need to talk to someone about what you're going through. That's really the first step in getting help and really going in the right direction. Secondly, is medications. We know that a lot of times with depression and anxiety, there's a chemical imbalance within our brains, and sometimes medications can just help balance out those chemicals. Now, I do think there are a few individuals that probably will be on these medications maybe the rest of your life. But I think the goal of medications is for us to get better, where maybe eventually at some point in time we're off of those medications. But there's a lot of other things that need to happen along with that. And it really starts with that first one, talking to someone, talking to a trained professional. And then lastly, number 3 is Refocus Coaching. Maybe you need a life coach in your life. You just need somebody that comes alongside of you like a life coach that encourages you, that listens to your story and really helps you to start setting goals for the future, or maybe really just helping you through your present type of situations and then moving forward and pressing forward into maybe a new direction where you kind of leave that past behind and you look at that bright future that you have ahead. That's what we do in Refocus Coaching. That's what life coaches are designed to do, is really to look at the future. Not only look at who you are and how you've been created and different aspects about that, but then where you can go into maybe some new direction. Well, those are just a few things. This topic is a broad topic. There's a lot more that could be said about this. But hopefully these points were helpful for you if you're dealing with either anxiety or depression. Hey, it's been great being with you. If you have any questions or comments, you can email me at smiller@hzcapital.com. I would love to hear from you. And remember to live a more meaningful and purposeful life today.